all running for our life, and I heard, and I'm just like, a bullet went phew, right past my head. Like, I heard the whistle. Have you ever felt like people around you just don't align with your vibe? I really hope I'm not the only one, because I've been in some situations that I should have never been in with people I called my friend. And if those people just don't align with your vibe, let me tell you that it's not a bad thing. I've been through it all with these friends, from betrayals, fake love, times that I literally was scared for my life, times that I literally almost lost my life. I can go on and on. You know what? Everything happens for a reason, because through it all, I learned that having the right circle is way better than having a big circle, and protecting your peace is really everything. So I'm about to put you on to some details from my personal journey, things that I've been through, lessons I've learned along the way, and how this can tie into your growth and possibly where you are right now. Because there's a lesson in everything, and hopefully you catch the lesson in this story. I'm also going to share how you can manifest your dream circle and what you should do in your season of isolation. I had such a long season of isolation, but looking back on it, I can see why it was completely necessary for my growth. I don't think that I would have been the person that I am today if I didn't go through half of the things that I went through in those seasons of isolation. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm about to give you some tea, okay? Firstly, I really want to tell you about the night that I almost didn't make it home to my kids, because that one was scary. It was my friend's birthday and she wanted to go out. So we went to the club, and I'm not even gonna hold you, I didn't want to go. Like, I didn't want to go. Something in me was just like, you should stay home. But me being the good friend that I am, I was like, no, I'm going to go out with my homegirl, celebrate her birthday. She was there for my birthday, blah, blah, blah. So we go to the club, you know, we got a little bottle, we turn, and next thing you know, a fight breaks out. Shots was fired. So now we're all running for our life, okay? Like I said, we were lit, so I'm confused. I was with a few of my homegirls, so we all ran. We ended up getting split up. So next thing you know, I'm outside in the dark at like 3 in the morning by myself, and I heard pop, pop, and I'm just like, so I'm running, and then something in me just goes, stop. I listened to my intuition that time. I just stopped, and I kid you not, all I could do was pray and just stay still. And then after I didn't hear any more shots, I just booked it. Like, I ran to the corner, my hands are shaking, I'm looking for my friends, I don't see them. This is when outdoor dining really became a thing. So they had these little outdoor seating areas, and they would put the chairs away when the stores was closed. So I ran in one of those and ducked down, you know, so now I'm not out in the open. And I'm texting my homegirls like, yo, where you at? Long story short, I called my cab and I got out of there. And I made sure that my cab went to the end of the block. I was not trying to get caught in nothing. And now that I'm talking about it, that story is so crazy, because had I not listened, that thing would have clipped me in my head, and I more than likely would not be here telling you this story today. Like, you really, really have to listen to your gut. You gotta listen to that voice in your head, not the bad one, the good one. But listen to it when it's really trying to tell you something and trying to protect you. I don't know what you call it. I call it God. We all call it, or whatever you decide to call it. But for me, that was the Lord. So I get home, I kiss my kids, and I'm just like, okay. So the next day, it was her official birthday. She wanted to go to a pool party. I wasn't feeling it. I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. So I text her and I was like, honestly, I just don't feel like being around so many people right now. I don't feel safe, and I really have my kids to think about. So here I am thinking that she would understand that. Why homegirl catches an attitude, starts arguing with me, and then she ghosts me. And I'm just like, that was my final straw, because at the end of the day, that's my life that I'm speaking about. You might not have no kids, but I have kids. You might not care about your safety, but I do. So shorty had to go. And at that moment, I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I don't feel guilty about prioritizing myself and my safety. So of course, I told my mom about it, and my mom always told me that not everybody is your friend. You know how you're a little kid, you go to the park and you run it back, oh, mommy, this my friend. And my mom used to be like, what's your friend's name? And you just be like, you know, everybody was your friend. And since I was little, it was always, not everybody's your friend, not everybody's your friend, not everybody cares about you. It's like I knew that, but it wasn't until I ended up in certain situations, I would be like, yo, she's literally right. What's wrong with us and not listening to our moms until something crazy happens? So as I got older and I ended up in these situations, I started to see exactly what she meant. And the hard truth is, just because you're a good friend, that does not mean everybody else is. I've also learned the hard way that some people will literally get close to you just to try to destroy you. And you might not even have more money than them, you know, nicer gear than them, whatever it is. Sometimes it's just you, your energy, your aura, your light, your presence. People will be jealous of what's in you and not on you. I've had people in my life that I thought were my friends, but they were literally just around to watch me fall. And I'm saying this to say that you really need to watch your circle. You need to protect your peace. You need to really use your discernment with people. Because once upon a time, I used to make friends so fast. And another thing I always heard was beware of fast friends. I really feel like nobody talks about the fact that you can get love bombed in a friendship. If you ever been love bombed in a friendship, let me know, because I have. And they'll seem like the perfect friend in the beginning, and they're literally just around to stab you in the back. Now, if you know, I was modeling for a while. I was in the entertainment industry for a while. I was a party promoter for a while. I just had a lot of connects and a lot of access to stuff. And I always wanted a friend circle. I had one friend that would compete with everything I did. And sometimes it's not even a friend. It might be a family member, because I had a cousin like that too. Down to trying to be with the people that I was with, if you get what I mean. So the friend and the cousin were similar. Like anything I did to better myself, it was getting copied. Anything I did that I liked, new hairstyle, new outfit, new, you know, whatever, it was getting copied. And I'm just like, you are your own person. We are all different. What's wrong with just being yourself? It's okay to be inspired by somebody, but it's another thing to try and copy them down to who they're with, who they talk to, their social media presence, just everything about them. That's when it gets scary. And during those periods of isolation, I literally learned to just love myself and love being by myself. I've always been a loner anyway, but I always felt like I needed a friend too. In these times, I learned that it's just me, and that's okay. You know, like, I had to learn me. I had to learn my boundaries. I had to learn how to put my foot down. I had to learn discernment. I've spent a lot more time with myself. I started spending time with the God in me, and I'm not gonna go on too much about that. I'll probably make a separate video about discovering yourself. But that's what the isolation period taught me, like, to really just discover who Shawnee is. Honestly, as you level up, not everybody's gonna like that, and it's okay. And I want you to really hear me when I say this. It's not about losing people. It's about alignment with your highest self and the person that you were called to be. People always say, oh, she's a red flag if she doesn't have any friends. Having fewer friends does not mean that you're hard to love, that you're hard to get along with, or that the problem is you. There's a lesson in everything, like I say all the time. So when people are starting to fall off, you're probably growing. Think about plants as they grow. Like, I recently started growing more plants and vegetables. And as soon as some leaves are falling off or some stems are dying, I would be so confused. But then I realized that those dead things will fall off and then my plant will be stronger than ever. Think about your life the same way. Think about the seasons that you're going through the same way. When I started setting boundaries, I saw my life start to change for the better. The requirement to be my friend isn't the same. The requirement to be my partner isn't the same. And I realized that I'm not here to fit into circles and boxes that just don't align with my purpose. Now, I want to talk about manifesting your dream circle. The right people are there and they're waiting for you. So don't feel bad. In this isolation season that you might be in, take the time to really visualize the type of people that you want in your life. What do they do? How do they act? How do they carry themselves? How do they treat other people? How do they treat themselves? How do these people make you feel? What kind of energy do they bring? For me, I wanted friends who were aligned, supportive, and inspiring. I wanted the type of friend that I am. So affirm what you want to attract. One affirmation I love to use is, I attract authentic, supportive, and uplifting relationships effortlessly. Repeat this every morning, every day, whatever time that you want, so that it can really be drilled into you. And another thing is, I do my best to stop looking at people like an enemy. In my head, I'm just like, they're all my friends. They all love me. Call it Delulu or whatever you want, but that's just me putting into the universe that I don't want no smoke, okay? I don't want no smoke. Everybody's my friend and everybody loves me. Now we know that's not true. But that's just how I cancel out the negativity. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna be buddy-buddy with everybody. It just means that I'm already blocking out the negative energy. What you put out is what you get in. I'm putting out the good energy. I'm putting out the positive vibes. That's what I'm attracting. A big one is taking action. I suck at meeting people online. And I was just like, well, where am I gonna meet people who like to do what I like to do? Well, by doing what you like to do. So go to those places that you like. Go to that restaurant. Do those things. Do those activities. You want a friend that likes to go to the gym? Go to the gym. Be open. You're not going to attract anybody if you just closed off. And if you're open to connecting to people online, be open with the energy that you're putting out. Put out the good vibes. Know that everything that comes to you is for your greater good. Always be intentional and the right people will find you at the right time. It's okay if it doesn't happen immediately. Everything will always happen in its divine timing. So now it's time to reflect. I'm gonna give you some prompts I like to use when I'm journaling or just when I'm doing my makeup routine. Here's another thing. When I'm getting ready in the morning, greasing my body, or anytime I'm looking directly in the mirror is when I love to affirm things and speak things into existence because you're looking directly at yourself. Look yourself in the eyes. Now onto the journal prompts I like to use. The first one is, what qualities do I value in a friendship? And what quality do I value the most over all of them? The next one is, are there any friendships or relationships in my life that feel misaligned? Anybody I might have outgrew, or somebody that just doesn't align with where I am in my life right now? And the third one is, how can I redirect my energy to align with what I really want right now and the type of people that I need in my life to go where I'm going? Okay, the last one is, how can I redirect my energy to attract the relationships that I really deserve? I want you to write these down and sit with them because remember, you deserve good people in your life and you deserve good things to happen to you. So there's nothing wrong with being intentional about it. And opulent babe, remember this, it's not about who watches you and who doesn't clap. Trust me, I get a lot of those. Get a lot of people that are gonna copy you. It's just how life is. When you have a high calling on your life and you have a very bright light, it's going to shake some people up. Some people are gonna want that to be them because they don't realize that they have their own callings. Some people are just sent to destroy you. You have to be stronger than that. You have to use your discernment. And you just have to be careful and know that once you start being intentional, it's all going to work out. Know your worth and build something so solid that the right people can't help but to support you. Protect your energy, trust your path, and know that you are not the problem. And if you might be the problem, get it together. So hopefully this video and my personal stories resonated with you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Keep glowing and keep growing.